Fresh off his trade, Dillon Gabriel just dropped a jaw-dropping statement about Shedeur Sanders after getting first-team reps. And it's got players and fans losing their minds.
On how much this summer helped in terms of being ready when his number's called. Let's listen to Dillon Gabriel. Funny look.
Felt good. I think, for us, it's just continue to get as much reps as you can. Of course, it wasn't, great being in that situation, knowing, what we were doing as a team, but things that we can all learn and grow from. And, I think a great practice of when your name's called to just be ready. But just proud of guys continue to respond. And
Dillon Gabriel just dropped a bombshell that has the entire football world buzzing. And what he said about Shedeur Sanders after getting traded is sending shockwaves through social media. But here's what nobody's talking about. While everyone's focused on Gabriel's comments, Shedeur just quietly pulled off the most revolutionary move in NFL history that has owners absolutely furious. We're talking about a fifth-round pick who's potentially earning more than first overall selections, a $250 million jersey sales empire, and allegations of league-wide collusion that could change everything. This isn't just about football anymore. This is about power, money, and a system that's desperately trying to keep players in their place. And what Shedeur did next? It's about to blow your mind.
You went late too, bro. Like, you lucky to even be just out there, dog, at this point. Like, had it not been for the NFL hating on Shedeur, bro, you will not be seeing the light of day, bro. We all know what's going on here, bro. We all know. And you're going to get your opportunity because they're going to give you one. And I'm telling you this right here. I give him 3 games top. No more than 3. I give him 3 games top. If he throwing interceptions in practice, what the hell you think this fool finna do in the game, dog?
Can benefit you in a lot of ways.
Back competition from the get-go. The way Shedeur didn't get first-team reps and how they were treating Dillon Gabriel, a 3rd-round pick, as a 1st-round pick, and treating Shedeur like he was a true 5th-round pick and he wasn't even projected as a 1st-rounder. Now, with the reps, we all know Dillon Gabriel got way more reps and opportunities than Shedeur. So for you to say that prime opportunity...
Look, I'm going to be real with you right now. What's happening with Shedeur Sanders is bigger than any trade, any comment, or any drama you've been seeing on social media. While everyone's caught up in the noise, this dude just revolutionized the entire NFL contract system, and the league is panicking. You see, when Shedeur Sanders signed that rookie contract with Cleveland on May 19, 2025, it looked like just another routine NFL transaction. 5th-round pick, 144th overall, standard 4-year deal worth $465 million.
The main thing about it is you just got to push through it. There's a lot of people in this world that's going through stuff, but I'm playing for a lot more than just me, so regardless of pain, that's always how I've been, even in college, so in high school and everything from when I was young.
Coach a lot. They took him in the 3rd round.
Yeah.
He had a nice camp. He looked decent in the preseason. They want to get a look at him. How long, Herman? How long do you wait?
Look, I'm not saying you can't win, okay, but if you don't, now you're 0-3. And you got to look at your offense, go, okay, is it time? I mean, you're going to start thinking about it. There's no doubt about that. And you're right about Gabriel. When I watched him in the preseason, he got the ball out now. I mean, the ball's gone. I mean, he was accurate. I mean, he got the ball.
But hidden in that contract was something that would send shockwaves through the NFL establishment. Something so revolutionary that it's got Commissioner Roger Goodell literally worried about Deion Sanders' influence. And trust me, when I tell you about this prime equity clause, you're gonna understand why NFL owners are hitting back harder than ever before. But first, let me break down what actually happened here. The prime equity clause gives Sanders a percentage of all revenue generated from merchandise, sponsorships, and promotion tied to his name, image, and likeness. We're talking about 5 to 6% of everything. Jerseys, apparel, digital content, the whole 9 yards. This isn't just a contract, y'all. This is Shedeur becoming a business partner with the Cleveland Browns. Now here's where it gets absolutely insane. While Caleb Williams got that massive $39.4 million deal as the first overall pick, Shedeur's base contract is only $4.60. But check this out. His rookie jersey sales have already hit $250 million, earning him $14 million in commission. That's more than his entire 4-year base contract, and more than most veteran quarterbacks make in their first season. Think about that for a second. A 5th-round pick is potentially out-earning the first overall selection because he was smart enough to negotiate something nobody had ever done before. This is chess while everyone else is playing checkers. And you know what's even crazier? The contract includes provisions that grant him full ownership of all his personal media content. His Instagram, YouTube, Twitch channels, everything. This level of media control is virtually unprecedented in professional sports. Most teams keep tight control over what players can say and do online. But Shedeur? He's got complete editorial control, while the Browns still get access to revenue from his platforms. But here's where it gets really interesting. The contract even allows Deion Sanders Jr., Shedeur's half-brother, to produce behind-the-scenes content and embed his own media team within the professional structure. This required special approval from Commissioner Goodell himself. And y'all, when the commissioner has to personally sign off on something, you know it's unprecedented. Now, you might be wondering, how did a projected top 10 pick end up in the 5th round in the first place? Because this is where the story gets dark, and the allegations that are flying around are absolutely explosive. Shedeur entered the 2025 draft as a projected top 10 pick. Some mock drafts had him going first overall to Miami. Others had him second to Las Vegas. His college stats were elite: 72.3% completion rate, 4,234 yards, 37 touchdowns, only 10 interceptions, with a 169.1 passer rating. These numbers put him among the best quarterback prospects in the entire draft. Yet somehow, 143 names got called before his. And the financial impact? Catastrophic. As a first overall pick, Shedeur could have earned $48.8 million over 4 years. Even as second overall, he would have gotten $46.6 million. Instead, his 5th-round selection cost him $44 million in traditional contract value. But here's where it gets conspiracy-level crazy. NFL Hall of Famer Eric Dickerson made some serious allegations on the Ron and Rodney show. He claimed that a very good source told him the NFL instructed teams not to draft Sanders to make an example out of him. According to Dickerson, even the Browns were initially directed against drafting Sanders, but were eventually encouraged by an unnamed source to go ahead. Think about that. We're talking about potential league-wide collusion to blackball a prospect because he was treating the draft process like recruitment instead of a job interview. Former NFL MVP Boomer Esiason added fuel to the fire, saying multiple owners explicitly ordered teams not to draft Sanders. And ESPN's Stephen A. Smith? He took it even further, comparing it to Colin Kaepernick-level collusion and suggesting the owner's resentment toward Deion Sanders played a major role. Now, some people are saying this is just because teams didn't like Shedeur's attitude. They're calling him cocky, arrogant. But let's be real here. When has confidence ever been a bad thing in a quarterback? The truth is, they hate what Shedeur represents. He's coming in negotiating things that have never been done before, and the NFL establishment wants players to stay in a position of servitude. You want proof? Look at what Commissioner Goodell said when he met Deion Sanders. The interaction seemed casual on the surface, but listen to what Goodell actually said. "I'm worried about your pop. Not worried about Shedeur's performance. Worried about Deion and his influence on reshaping player negotiations." The commissioner's worry isn't about football. It's about the precedent being set by Dayon's business acumen and willingness to challenge traditional structures. And honestly, they should be worried, because what Shedeur's done goes way beyond just his contract. When you combine his equity clause earnings with his endorsement portfolio, Nike deals worth $5 to $10 million annually. Partnerships with Beats by Dre, Gatorade, Mercedes-Benz, Urban Outfitters. His total first-year compensation is estimated between $18 to $37 million. That makes him potentially the highest-earning rookie in NFL history, despite being selected in the 5th round. But here's what really has the NFL establishment shook. It's not just about Shedeur anymore. Player agents across the league are studying his contract structure. They're looking to apply similar arrangements to their own clients. This creates a domino effect that could fundamentally change how every contract gets negotiated moving forward. The resistance from NFL owners is real, and it's intense. Anonymous reports indicate that some owners absolutely hate the clause because it's potentially inflating costs and decentralizing their control. They're not just worried about Shedeur. They're terrified about what happens when the next consensus first-round pick demands similar revenue-sharing arrangements. And you know what the craziest part is? Shedeur's proven he can back it up on the field. His debut against Carolina was impressive. 14 of 23 passes for 138 yards and 2 touchdowns. Yeah, he struggled against the Rams in the final preseason game. But even then, former NFL quarterback Robert Griffin III was defending him, arguing the team wasn't giving him adequate support. But here's the thing that really gets me fired up: the international implications of what Shedeur's doing. His jersey sales aren't just strong in the US. They're killing it in the UK, Germany, Brazil, markets where NFL viewership is exploding. His 5.7 million Instagram followers include 15% international engagement, which means his brand transcends traditional geographic boundaries. This global reach creates revenue streams that traditional NFL contract structures were never designed to capture. And that's exactly why Sanders' equity clause is so brilliant. It captures value that would otherwise be left on the table. Looking toward the future, Shedeur's contract is going to be a major talking point in the 2026 CBA negotiations. Analysts predict it could spark debates about caps on NIL revenue shares or formal definitions of equity clauses. The precedent he's set extends beyond football too. Basketball, baseball, soccer leagues are all watching this experiment closely. But perhaps most importantly, what Shedeur's done represents the evolution of athlete empowerment from individual negotiation to systematic change. He's created a template that other athletes can follow, potentially reshaping professional sports compensation across multiple leagues. And here's why I'm Team Shedeur all the way. This dude took what could have been the biggest disappointment of his career and turned it into the most innovative business move in sports history. When 31 teams passed on him, he didn't just prove them wrong on the field, he revolutionized the entire system. The NFL's response to this challenge is going to determine their relationship with players for years to come. They can either embrace these innovations as beneficial for league growth or resist them as threats to their traditional power structures. But honestly, the writing's on the wall. Shedeur Sanders isn't just a 5th-round pick anymore. He's a revolutionary who's fundamentally altered the balance of power between athletes and organizations. And the best part? He's just getting started. So here's my question for you. Do you think Shedeur's contract represents the future of professional sports? Or is the NFL establishment going to find ways to shut this down? Are we witnessing the beginning of true athlete empowerment? Or is this just a one-time anomaly that the league will make sure never happens again? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, because this conversation is far from over. And if you want to stay ahead of all the behind-the-scenes moves that the mainstream media won't tell you about, smash that subscribe button and hit the notification bell. Trust me, what's coming next in this Shedeur Sanders saga is going to shock the entire sports world.